Hi everybody, it's Nhlamulo. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen, you guys, I have been saying this year that 2025 is a year of lawsuits, okay? So you better rush and find somebody to sue before they sue you, okay? Because everybody is ending up in court because of a lawsuit. It just depends, okay? Are you the suer or the suee? Anyway, you guys, Nhlamulo Ndhlela, they are saying that he is suing Floyd Shivambu, okay, for some of the things that he said about him, taking some things that we didn't know about. Anyway, I'll read the story for you, okay? Floyd did retract the statements that he said, but apparently Nhlamulo is not satisfied with it wasn't the apology really, okay? Because retracting a statement and not apologizing is not complete. It's not what they wanted. Okay, you don't understand me. Okay, no, it's okay. I'll read the story for you. Okay, so IOL is reporting that Nhlamulo Ndhlela is continuing with the lawsuit against Floyd Shivambu despite the retraction. Okay, because they thought after Floyd retracted the statements that he had said about Nhlamulo of the MK, that the lawsuit was going to go away. Okay, this is a story written by Manyane for IOL. It says here, the MK party spokesperson Nhlamulo Ndhlela is set to continue with the lawsuit against the party's former Secretary General Floyd, despite his apology. Shivambu retracted the statement which insinuated that Ndhlela abuses alcohol and sizokuthola substance and that he is a liar. Okay? Shivambu's apology came after Ndhlela sent a letter of demand for the remarks that he made against him. The remarks were made during the recent interview with ENCA in which he called Ndhlela a liar, a drunk, and an addict. Okay? He said that Ndhlela is addicted to sizokuthola substance. You understand? Ne? Okay. Shivambu was given 48 hours to publish an apology and a retraction of his statement on X and to pin the post for a minimum of 7 days, stating the allegations were false, without foundation, and that he regretted making them. Okay, he was also required to contact ENCA and request that they broadcast a correction of the statement. I think the correction was broadcasted when he was saying that he's retracting the statement. Okay. Briefing the media on Friday, Shivambu said, I must unconditionally retract the statement about the Zoctola substance and alcohol. Okay. Abuse of Ndhlela. Okay. However, Ndhlela is suing Shivambu for defamation and a 3 million rands lawsuit, told independent newspaper that he will go ahead despite the retraction. He said that that was not an apology, adding that Shivambu played with words. It just played with words, but there wasn't any genuine apology there, okay? He did not apologize, but retracted, and he said that he has advised, meaning that he did not do it voluntarily. He was advised. Okay, I think they made a mistake here, saying that he was advised. Okay, I think they made a mistake. Okay. In the court papers, Ndhlela said that the allegations impugned his competence, okay, credibility and integrity as a public figure. He said that the statements were defamatory. These are serious allegations, especially against a member of parliament who is expected to uphold dignity as a spokesperson of the MK party, whose credibility is essential. He said, adding that the statements were made with malice and without lawful justification, okay? Sometimes I be reading English and feeling like I want to read Zulu, okay? He said that the remarks were solely directed at his dignity and his good reputation. Let me tell you something, you guys, okay? I've never looked at Mr. Ndhlela in a funny way, okay? I thought he's one of the good ones when it came to the MK party. But ever since there was a mention of the alcohol and octolar substance. Sometimes now when I look at him, I kind of see the Puza face, okay? Now I'm asking myself, how come I wasn't seeing any Puza face before Floyd made that statement? Okay, I wasn't even thinking if Mr. Ndhlela drinks or not, if Mr. Ndhlela takes any of the, octolar substances. But now every time I look at him, he looks like he might be taking a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So I think he's got a point here in SUING, okay? So Ndhlela added that he has been receiving calls and messages from people expressing shock, ridicule, and concern following the remarks. Okay, he said that he was mocked on social media. Yes, you guys, there was even a picture that was posted. I saw it on Facebook where he is in the car sleeping, Mr. Ndhlela, and there is like white thing, Emma Devin Ake, and people are like, Kushukutu Floyd was right by what he said. Okay, you see, now those things were not happening before he made that statement. Okay, the plaintiff experienced anxiety, stress, and humiliation. His credibility was questioned by his party and other parliamentary colleagues, reads the paper. So I guess that while he's sitting there in parliament, people are like, when he's just, hey, Kobel and J, tell us something in the back that, by books is good, Is it taking? now Mr. Ndhlela can't innocently do this. Can't innocently do this now. Because when he does this, they're like, Floyd was right. You see? Now Mr. Ndhlela will not be able to just have like an innocent sinus attack like I am today. Like, if you... Is sinus, yeah, so Mr. Ndhlela can't go through what I'm going through today because now they're going to say, huh? Why tata? Why? Eh? Okay. The plaintiff experienced anxiety, stress, and humiliation. His credibility was questioned by his party and other parliamentary colleagues, reads the papers. Okay, adding that he suffered a loss of trust and his public image was tainted. I agree personally, guys. In my opinion, I think that it was tainted. I'm looking at Mr. Ndhlela different now that that statement was made because I feel like, okay, Floyd must have seen some things there. Okay. As a result, the plaintiff suffered impairment of his dignity, good name, and reputation. He also suffered public ridicule, insults, and injury to his political career, loss of standing in the eye of a public colleagues and constituents. Okay, he said that Shivambu was required to retract the remarks and offer a public apology on June 24, but he failed to comply. Because of the defamation, the plaintiff has been damaged in his reputation and has suffered damages to the sum of 3 million rands. Okay, I do wonder how they quantify the damage. Okay. Did he go see a doctor? Did they tell him that in the next few years you are going to suffer from, depression and you are going to have to go in and see therapists? How the hell do they quantify the 3 million? Okay, if there's anybody that is knowledgeable in the law, how do they come up with the number? Okay, if I say you've affected my reputation by what you said, how do I quantify the suffering? Okay. The conduct of the defendant, Shivambu, is a factual cause for the damages suffered by the plaintiff, but for the aforementioned defamatory statements, the plaintiff would not have suffered damages. Attempts to reach Shivambu was unsuccessful. Okay, so here it is, you guys. Okay, Mr. Ndhlela is still going ahead. Okay, suing Shivambu because he's like, listen, okay, I used to be doing my things in the private. Now you have publicized my private stuff. Okay, I'm kidding. That's not what he's saying. He's saying everything that was said about him is not true. Okay, but the problem is that people believed it when it was said. So by the time that Mr. Floyd was retracting the statement, he says it doesn't do him any good now because people still think that he does what Floyd had said that he's doing. Okay, I was thinking, what's wrong with Floyd? Okay, even if you saw some secrets there by the MK, okay, just keep them, blackmail them with the secrets, in the future or something. But don't be coming out here telling us the things that we don't need to know. Okay, I did not need to be seeing a Puza face Nhlamulo because I do feel like he really is a good guy. Okay, now every time I look at him, I'm seeing something that I wasn't seeing before. That's not fair. Okay. Anyway, you guys, listen, we'll be following up on what's happening with this lawsuit, even though we don't really do political, stories, okay? But I think it's interesting, this one, so I might just follow it, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please tell me what you think about this in the comment section, okay? And also, if you know about the law, how do they come up with 3 million? Okay, there's somebody that I'm thinking of suing to. And if they are talking such numbers, maybe I need to move ahead and do it, okay? Anyway, thank you so much. Nginithanda kakhulu.